So fine, let us start. Okay, today is the first day. So I'll start with a few frequently asked questions which almost everybody has before the training. That the first question is what will be taught in the course? Okay. Basically, we'll be starting off with Java and WebDriver. Okay. We'll be covering frameworks, Maven and TestNG, Jenkins, Grid. Okay, so we'll cover everything in the course. Alright. And along with the course, you'll get the access to the videos, which are the pre-recorded videos, as well as the videos which we are recording in this training. You will get access to both the videos. Okay. Do you record the current sessions? Yes, I am recording this session as well, and every day you will get the recording. Okay. Is Java programming required? I don't know Java. This is the most common question. Look, Java is the backbone. Okay, you cannot run away from Java. You have to learn it. Okay, it is not something which is tough, but it is something which demands time, and with time it comes to you. Okay, I need help in my project to clear an interview. If you want help in your project or you want to clear an interview, uh, look, to learn this tool, it will just take you 10 days. But to learn it to a level where you can clear an interview, it will take you minimum 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, minimum 6 to 8 weeks time is required for you, okay, in which you can clear an interview and reach a level where you can smoothly work on a project. Okay, the duration of this training would be nearly 25 to 30 hours, and in this 50% of the time we'll give Java, WebDriver, TestNG, Grid and all, and 50% we will give to a framework or a project. Okay. So a question being asked commonly is, will you cover some kind of a live project or something? Yes, we'll be covering that. Live project is nothing but a framework. Okay, and framework will be covered. Alright. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. You can move the mouse over the top and you'll see a chat option. You can chat or you can unmute yourself and speak. Okay. Right. So starting off, okay. What is Selenium and basically what all we will be doing? Look, if you go to the official website of Selenium, seleniumhq.org, the first line says that Selenium automates the browsers. Okay, it's a web automation tool. It's not for desktop application. It is only for web-based applications. Okay, and learning Java is very important for Selenium. Okay, if you go to the download section, you will see that Selenium is available in different languages. We are learning it with Java. Okay, with Java it is most famous. Okay, the latest version is 3.14. If you go to this link Java doc, this link gives you the documentation. Okay, you cannot understand this documentation if you don't know Java. You have to know the concepts of object oriented programming. Then only you can understand this documentation properly. Okay, right. You can also go to change log over here. Alright. Change log will tell you how with every version the changes were added in Selenium. Okay, last year we had something known as Selenium 2. Okay, we had Selenium 2. Now we have got Selenium 3 with us. Okay, and in this training we'll be studying the latest version Selenium 3. We will also be studying Selenium Grid, which will help you run the Selenium test cases parallelly. Okay, so I'll tell you everything. Okay, so whenever a new release of Selenium comes up, In this change log, you can see what all new has been added. Okay, but the most important thing is you should know or you should learn the concepts of object oriented programming. Learning OOPS, object oriented programming, should be your primary goal. Okay, because with OOPS you can only proceed. I have seen many people just directly trying to work on Selenium without focusing on Java, and it creates a problem for them later on. Okay, look, I'll tell you, if you learn Selenium, the major roadblock what I have seen with many people is Java. Okay, if you learn Java and then you can work with Selenium, it's not just about Selenium, it's about various other tools as well. Okay, if you learn Selenium with Java and later on you want to learn on Appium, which is a mobile automation tool, or you want to learn SOAP UI, or you want to learn REST Assured, these tools are for web service testing, or you want to learn JMeter for load testing. So learning all these tools, it becomes really easy because you tend to know Java after learning Selenium. Okay, so don't run away from Java. So the first thing is you'll be learning Java. The thing is you need to download Java. You need to go to Google and type out here download JDK. Okay, please download JDK 8, not 10. Okay, Java Development Kit 8. Please download this. All right, and go to, like, if you have 32-bit machine, then this is the link. For 64-bit, this is the link. You accept the license agreement and download this file. Once you have downloaded this file on your PC, you can install it. Okay, after installing, you can go to your program files. Under that, you will have the Java folder, and under that you will have JDK. If you have JDK, Java Development Kit, okay, then it's fine. This is what is needed for Selenium. Okay, then you can download Eclipse. Okay, you can download any Eclipse, no specific. Okay, you can go to Google and type download Eclipse. Okay, you can go to the first link. Eclipse is the editor of Java. We will be writing the Java code inside Eclipse. Okay, whatever coding we are going to do in this training, we will be doing inside Eclipse. Okay, and you can download Photon, right? You can download it from here and you can install it, right? You can download it as a bundle. There are different options. Okay, you can download it from here, the exe, and you can install it. Right, once you have Eclipse, you will have the exe file. For example, in my PC, I have Eclipse over here. Okay, right. So you start Eclipse, start the exe, and most of you must have done this. Some of you, okay, you must be having Eclipse. So this is when you start Eclipse, you get this window. This is known as the workspace window. Eclipse asks for the path where you will be storing all the code when you will be making it. So I will be giving this path out here. Okay. So the path will be the path where we will be giving the complete projects and all everything. So whatever project I'm going to make in this training, I will make it under this path, that is Selenium weekday September 18. Okay, right. So this is going to be our workspace path. All right. And hold on, let Eclipse launch. Take a while. So when Eclipse launches, you see a window like this. Okay, right. And in this window, just hold on, it is hanged. Just hold on. Yeah, it's fine. So this is the welcome screen. You can close it. Okay. So Eclipse looks like this. Right. You can close the outline and task list. So this is the Project Explorer. Project Explorer will hold all the projects which you will be making and all. Okay. So you can create a new project in Eclipse. All the Java code will be written inside Eclipse. Okay. Right. I can right click over here, or I can go to File, New, Project. Okay. And under General or under Java, sorry, no, under Java, you will see the option Java Project. Okay. You create a new Java project, simple Java project, call it day 1. Okay. Right. So this is the day 1 project. Alright. In the package explorer, you will be seeing it. Fine. If you expand this, it will have a source folder and something known as JRE system library. JRE system library is nothing but Java which is installed in your system. Okay, this is Java. When you install JDK, this came up. So in Eclipse, this is JRE system library. The version is 1.8. Okay, source folder is the folder in which we will be keeping all our Java code. Okay. Look, the thing is, this might be look. You might be aware of these things, many of you, or many of you, because you must have worked on it before. But there are people over here who are not aware. So I'm starting off with everyone. Okay, right. So if you right click on this project, you will get a lot of options. If you right click on the project, you will get a lot of options, and one of the options by the end is properties. Okay, you go to the properties option and you will see properties for the day 1 project. Okay, under there are various options over here. We will be using these options, especially the Java build path option. We will be using it a lot. Fine. I'll talk about it in detail later on, but just remember you can right click on the project and go to the properties of the project as well. Right. By default, like if you want to know where this project is lying on the hard drive, so you can find that out. You can right click on the project, go to property, right. Under resource, you will see the location. It is under the workspace which we have created, day 1 project. Okay. You can copy this, open it, or you can click on this icon, right. This will open. the folder having project. Okay, this is the day one project, and under it, this is the source folder. There are different files and folders out here, out of which only the source folder is visible inside Eclipse. Okay, inside Eclipse, only the source folder is visible. Okay, because this is the folder in which we'll create the Java files and all everything. So let me create a Java file. I will right click and create a new class, and I'll call it say some sample.java. Okay. Check this method public static void main. Okay. Check this checkbox. What it is, I'll tell you. Right. You'll have the code generated like this. Look, what is public, what is static, you will come to know in some time. I cannot just directly tell you everything in one go and in the first class. Okay. Sample is a class, and under it, main is the function. Okay, everything is inside a class in case of Java. Okay, main is the starting function. Every programming language, whichever programming language you take C sharp or you take any other programming language, you will always have the main function. The main function will be the starting point. Okay, right. So if I have to type something, I can type say system.out.println. The command to type something in Java is system.out.println. Okay, and I can type over here first Java program. Okay, so when you run this code, see it's printing first Java program for Selenium. The shortcut is you type SYSO, hit the control space bar of the keyboard. Control space bar, you will see the option over here, sysout, select that. You don't have to type system.out.println yourself. You can type SYSO and hit control space bar. That's the shortcut. Okay, right. And look, I am assuming you know the basics of programming. Okay. In this course, I am assuming you know what integer is, what string is. Okay, right. What boolean is. Boolean can always be evaluated to true or false. Okay. I'm assuming you know what for loop is, what if statement is, what while loop is, what function is. This is there in every programming language. Okay, don't know these things, and if you are a kind of person who has never ever done programming, then I would recommend you not to join this training directly. You can go for the videos which we have, watch them, get some background, and then join the training. Okay, don't join it directly if you are not at all aware about programming and you have never done it. Okay, it will confuse you. Our main objective is to learn the concepts of OOPS, object oriented programming, because that is what is required in Selenium. Java is an object oriented programming language, and you need Java for learning Selenium, and you need Java OOPS concepts. Okay, right. Now, moving ahead, if I go to the location, where I had stored the project, you will have this location. The source folder is visible. If I open source folder, you will have sample.java file. This is the Java file which we made. Okay. Correspondingly to this Java file, you will have inside the bin folder, you will have the class file. Okay. Every Java file will be converted into a class file. Okay. If I just make a new file over here, a new class known as print, and inside it I type system.out.println Selenium. If I run this, I can run this from this run icon on the top, or I can run this by right clicking on the file and going to run as Java application. By both the options, it will be printing Selenium. Okay, and you will see that in the bin folder, you will have the corresponding class file print name.class. This is what happens when you compile the program. Selenium in sorry, not Selenium, in Java, every Java file is converted to a class file. If I open this class file, I won't be able to understand anything. It's not 10 or something machine language format. It's some of its own format. But this class file is like an exe file. You can take it on any platform. You can deploy it on any platform and you can run it. Platform means operating system. You can make this file on Windows and then put it on Linux, or you can put it on any other operating system and it's going to run. So Java is platform independent. That's why it's independent, because class file, once it's generated, it can be executed on any platform. Okay, and that's why Selenium with Java is also famous. You make the script on one OS and you can run it on other OS as well. Okay, right. Now, when you work in a project, okay, if you have a project in your company, hold on. You make lot of Java files. Corresponding to every Java file you have, you will have a class file. And in the end, you will get a lot of class files. Okay. You have to put this class files on the server to be executed, or you have to give it to the client. Okay, whatever it is. So what we do is that instead of copy pasting the individual class file, we put all these class files in a single file known as a jar file. Jar file is nothing, but jar file contains lot of class files in it. For example, soon you'll come to know why am I telling you about class files and jar files. You'll come to know. But understand this. When you install Java on your system, this is JRE system library. This was Java which was installed by us. Okay, Java 8. If you expand this, you will be getting lot of jar files. Okay, each jar, if you expand any jar, each jar will be having some class files in it. And these class files, we can use it. Okay, Okay, it will make our work easy. For example, if I have to print today's date, if I just write over here date. Okay, what is new? Sorry guys. What is new? You will come to know. Okay, don't confuse yourself with this. But understand that this is the date class. I have used this class. This date class is somewhere inside these jar files. Okay, if I run this program, this prints the current date, time zone, everything. So I never had to write the logic to print the date and the time and all everything. Okay, you just have to use the date class which is present in one of these jar files. Okay, and this is exactly what happens in Selenium as well. In Selenium also everything is inbuilt. You don't have to make everything yourself. Okay, everything is inbuilt, right? You just have to know the inbuilt features. This is the most important thing. Okay, you don't have to invent anything or something. Everything is made. You need to go and understand it. All right. Okay, I will download Selenium. I'll tell you. If I go to the Selenium website, seleniumhq.org. Okay, this is the official website. And if I go to the download section, I can download Selenium jar files from here. Okay, Selenium guys, they give their own jar files. Okay, when you download it, you will get a zip file. Okay, you extract the zip file and you will see, hold on, you will see, okay, let me download the latest version. I have 3.13. Okay, the latest is 3.14. You can download this, hold on. And you can extract it. You will have these two main jar files, client combine 3.14.jar and sources.jar. This is the main jar file for Selenium. It contains a lot of important classes. You can ignore the second one. The second one contains the source code of Selenium. Selenium is open source. Anybody can see the source code. So don't worry about that. You can ignore the second one. Even you can delete it if you want. Okay. This is the main jar file of Selenium. And these under libs, there are other jar files of Selenium. You have to include these jar files inside your Eclipse project to make it Selenium enabled. There is nothing known as installing Selenium. Many times people tell that, please, how do I install Selenium? You don't install it, you configure it. There is nothing known as installing Selenium. So you can just go to your Eclipse, go to the properties, hold on, right click on the project, go to the properties and go to Java build path. Okay. Under the libraries section, there are 4 tabs. Under the libraries section, you can click on add external jars. Select all the jar files. Hold on. Select the main jar file. Okay. Also select the jars which are there under the libs directory. Select all these jars. Don't forget these jars. Okay. Include everything in the project. Click on apply and close. And then you will see that in the project you will have a reference library section. If you don't see this section, I'll tell you how to see it. Okay. Under the reference library section, you will have all the Selenium jar files. And that's it. Your project is Selenium enabled. You don't install Selenium, you configure Selenium in your project. Okay. And you can download the jars and include them in the project. If you don't see this reference library section, make sure in Eclipse you are in Java perspective. Okay. Here is a small icon. Look at my mouse. There is a small icon, open perspective. You click on it and select the Java perspective from it. So make sure that inside Eclipse you are in Java perspective. Okay. Now your project is Selenium enabled. You can start using Selenium commands. But you cannot just directly use them. You have to have the knowledge of object-oriented programming to use them. Okay. For example, if I just write over here new Chrome driver. Okay. Right. And Chrome driver is one of the classes which is present inside the Selenium jars, and if I run this program, you will see that on my PC a Chrome will open up. On your PC it might not open up because there are few settings also which need to be done. But all I want to tell you is that the commands are inbuilt, you have to understand them, and you have to understand the concepts of object-oriented programming. You need to understand how to read this Java documentation, which has information about all the classes which are there in the jar file. Okay, so the next major thing will be the concepts of oops and all. Okay, but before I jump over to that, I want to talk about debugging. Debugging is there in every programming language. If you are a beginner, then debugging helps you to resolve the errors very easily. Okay, right. So I'll talk about debugging. I'll just in my sample.java, I printed this. Suppose I will print the string as well s. Okay. So if I run this program normally, it will print everything, it will print hello as well. The value of s was hello. Now I can also run this program line by line. Okay, there is a blank space in between because this was not it is not printing anything. Okay, I can run this program line by line. I can put something known as a breakpoint. Okay, I can double click in front of this line and this will introduce a breakpoint. Okay, and I can run it in the debug mode. This is a small bug icon, debug sample. Okay, you just click on this and you will see a window like this that please open this perspective. Okay, you click on yes and you will have this line highlighted in green. Okay, so you hit F6 of the keyboard, then you will see that this line will be executed and this will be printed out here. Okay, so you can run it line by line by hitting F6. Again I hit, so okay, right. If I hit F6 again, it will execute this line. If I move the mouse over the variable I will be able to see the current value of I. Okay, if I move the mouse over S is nothing but a string, but if I execute this line F6, I will be able to see the value of S. Okay, right. So you can run it line by line. You can check the status value of every variable. Okay, and over here you will be seeing the variable in the variable tab over here as well. The value of every variable will be mentioned here. Okay, if you want to stop the program in between, this is the stop icon as well. You can terminate the program as well. So when you are facing errors and you are stuck somewhere and you really don't know where the things are going wrong, this debugging will help you a lot, especially in big programs and all. You can run programs line by line and check them out. I'll run it again. You hit the debug icon, and to stop on this line, you can hit F6, run it line by line. If I hit F8, then I can run it normally. Okay, so if I hit F6, it will be line by line, but if I hit F8, it will run in a normal mode. For example, I have a breakpoint on this line. I'll also put a breakpoint on the last line. Right, run it in the debug mode. Right, and stop on the first line. If I hit F6, it will run line by line. But if I hit F8, it will run and stop on the next breakpoint, from where I can decide whether to run line by F6 or I can hit F8 and run it normally. Okay. So with debugging, you can see the current status of every variable. If I increment I by 100 here, then I increment I by 200. Okay. And if I run this program in the debug mode, you will see that so I equals to I plus 100. So if I hit F6, if I move the mouse over I, you will see the value of I is 100 at runtime. In the variable section out here, you will see the value of I as 100. Okay, if I hit F5, F6 again, then the value of I becomes 300. So this is the importance of debugging. It will help you a lot. Okay, this is simple debugging. There is something known as jumping to functions and all, which I will tell you later on. So anybody with any questions? If you have any questions, you can tell me regarding the course, regarding Selenium, anything. If you have any questions. Hello? No questions? Okay. Look, I'll conclude for today. Okay, but before concluding, because I don't want to start with object-oriented programming, I want to tell you one thing. What is the objective of the course? The objective of this course is to learn how to build a framework. Okay, right. For example, a framework is an end-to-end scenario wherein you are given multiple test cases to automate, and you have to automate them. You have to generate reports, you have to read data from Excel, you have to optionally run the test cases. When you have got 100 test cases and you just want to run 20 of them, your framework should be able to do that. Okay. There are many other things in this reusability of the code, easy to change. Okay, if something changes in the application, your framework should be easy to change. Then you should be able to integrate it with Grid, with CI tools like Jenkins. Okay, emailing the reports. So there are various requirements of a framework. I just cannot go into everything on the day one. But yes, this is the main objective. You should be knowing that how to automate 1000 test cases. What is the best way? Okay, and that's what I'm going to discuss by the end of this training as well. Nearly 50% of the time will go on the framework. Okay, right. You can ask any question, you can unmute yourself, or you can ask on the chat. Ask any question. Look, there is no particular utility for this because HP is ALM is a different tool, it's by HP. But you'll have to use open test architecture, something known as OTA, which is available in HP. It's not so simple, and with that you can do it. Yeah, yeah. This is the programming interface. Yeah, you can check it. It's not very simple, to be honest. It's very complicated. OTA. It's known as OTA. QC OTA, Open Test Architecture. Okay. 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 All right. Fine. Yeah, in another 1 or 1.5 hours, you will be getting the video of this session. Okay.